Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. I make videos about interview preparation, HR questions, and how I got selected for the major IT companies. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. So, I recently sat in the TCS recruitment procedure, and I would like to share my experience in it. The procedure is divided into two steps. First is the written test, and second is the interview round. The written test is divided into three sections. First is the verbal ability, which consists of 10 questions to be done in 10 minutes. I personally found the level to be easy to moderate. The second is the advanced quant section. It consists of 15 questions to be done in 40 minutes. The level is quite difficult. I believe that this section is the toughest section of the paper, and it determines a lot if you get selected for the interview or not. The last section was the advanced quant section, which consists of 2 questions to be done in 60 minutes, and the level was moderate. So now I'll be briefly describing about the sections. As for the verbal ability, like I mentioned, it has 10 questions. There's a reading comprehension in it also, which is very easy. You can do it easily. It consists of questions like jumbled sentences, fill in the blanks, direct and indirect speeches, basically everything that we did back in our school days for the grammar. If you have a good practice in English, or if you have a good command over English, you're good to go in this section. As for the advanced quant section, the topics are from the class 10th mathematics itself, like the simple interest, profit loss, percentages, everything from there. But the level is quite high, and it takes a lot of time to solve these questions. So it's my suggestion, if you can practice a lot these questions and you can practice time management for these questions, it will really help you in this round. The last section is the advanced coding section. It consists of 2 questions. One is fairly simple, and it mostly, covers the topics of arrays and strings. It's not very difficult. And the second question is moderate. It can be from dynamic programming or greedy. There were some slots during my time wherein people had questions again from arrays and strings itself, so really it depends upon your slot. I personally got a question from dynamic programming, which was again very easy. If you have good command over DSA and if you have a decent practice in it, you are good to go. There's one important tip, that the TCS compiler shows a lot of errors. It really works properly, so if it by chance shows some error, do not panic. Also, prefer coding in C++ and Java, as the Python compiler never works. So after I gave the test, I got shortlisted for the interview round. There's one good thing about TCS is that it takes all the 3 types of interviews in one sitting itself, so you don't have to prepare a lot. It has 3 panelists in the one interview for technical, managerial, and HR. My interview lasted for 35 to 40 minutes. So now I'll be describing my experience. So when I joined the meeting, there were 3 people present there. The HR guy, first he introduced himself and he asked for some basic information about my backlogs or my academic performance and my CGPA. They just want to check whether I have any backlog or not, which I did not. So then he asked me to introduce myself. There's one tip: always and always mention your projects and your interest in some advanced technology. As for advanced technology, here we all know that digital profile is based on the advanced technologies like cloud computing, data science, machine learning, blockchains, and IoT. So they're looking for people who are currently working in it or have a genuine interest towards those technologies. So it's good if you can just give some reference to it, like now I'm planning to study about cloud computing in my 4th year, or I'm planning to prepare my final year project in it, and I have a keen interest towards it and I like to learn more, some basic references like that. So after my interview, the technical guy took over and he asked me what my preferred coding language is, to which I replied that it's C++. He gave me 2 coding questions and he asked me to share the code in the chat section. The first question was to print 10 even numbers, and the second question was to swap 2 numbers without using a third variable. Both of these questions were very easy, and I shared my code and they were running fine. They were perfectly done. So Then he moved forward and started asking me questions from DBMS and OOPS. He asked me what is compile time polymorphism and give its example. He asked me what is abstraction and encapsulation. One more tip, if you're defining any technical term, always try to include some examples. Even if the interviewer is not asking for it, just share some examples. It would be good if you can share some real life examples there. It really shows that you have the knowledge about that technical concept and you know what it is. Okay, then he asked me what is the difference between C and C++. He asked me the concepts, like the basic pillars of OOPS, which are polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, and abstraction. Okay, after this, he asked me whether I can code in Python. The answer to the question is no, I can't. But I said that currently I can't, but yes, I'm willing to learn and I'm willing to code in Python. As for the concepts of DSA, the logical part, it's very clear to me. I can code. I can do that in C++. The language barrier is surely there, but I am very eager to learn Python as well. Whenever there are some questions in the interview, if that you don't know or you're not, very sure about, always try to answer with a positive approach or a willingness to learn. Just show that to the interviewer. Okay, then he asked me. Then he shifted to my projects and he asked me to briefly describe them. I did. And this one good thing, if you have made any project, always try to host it on some platform like Heroku or Netlify. And it would be great if you can share the URL of that project to the interviewer. It creates a good impact on them. So I had my project hosted and I shared the URL with him. He went through my project. He briefly discussed about it, like why I made that project and what made me feel compassionate towards that particular theme that I chose. Questions like that. And he asked me if I faced any challenges while preparing the project, like any technical challenges, like I was not well versed with the technology, or any personal challenges since I had shared a project which I had made with a team. He asked me like what all problems came. So I mentioned that since everything was online, there was a little communication gap between all of us. But always whenever you're mentioning something which may not sound very positive, try to provide solutions to it also. Like I mentioned that I was not able to communicate well. So to overcome that, what I did, I hosted meetings. I regularly hosted meetings every day. I divided the task into shorter deadlines, and we talked on an online G Meets or any platform every day, just to break that ice and make our communication smoother. I also mentioned that since all of us were working on different type of technologies, so we used GitHub to collaborate our code together and to make it like it belongs to one particular project only. So yes. Then he asked me if I was familiar with any advanced technology. Actually, I'm a web developer and I have never had the opportunity to work in machine learning or artificial intelligence. But since I know the profile requires all these skills, I went through all of these topics, like what they mean, what are the basic key terms in them, like their real life applications. It's a good good thing if you know what these are. So it's my advice to go through all these words and learn the definition. So when the technical guy, he asked me about advanced technology, I mentioned that yes, I'm interested in cloud computing and I've recently started reading about it and I'm planning to learn it. And I shared whatever little bit information I had about it. So it created a good impact on the interviewer that yes, I know what it is and I can learn it. So yes. Then he asked me like how did I use cloud computing in the lockdown or any of the advanced technology in the lockdown, to which I replied that I used cloud computing, like the Google Drive and the Google Classroom options to share my assignments, save them, share my projects, and Google Colab maybe, or Dropbox. I mentioned these things. Then the HR guy was done and he handed the interview to the managerial guy. Managerial round is like an amalgamation between the technical and the HR round. The MR is not at all interested in your the correctness of your answers. He's just looking towards your approach and like how you deal with situations and how much are you willing to learn. they just focus on that. So he asked me if I was willing to work on any of the technologies that are not very advanced and not very used nowadays. So I said, yes, I'm willing to work. It's not an issue. I love technology and I'm willing to work on any type of thing that is handed over to me. I'll do it with my sheer dedication and diligence. Then he asked me if any advanced technology that I think is helpful for the future. So I mentioned cloud computing again, and I used the various references and real life applications. He asked me what is blockchain and like what are bitcoins and what are they. So it's good if you have some very basic knowledge about them. Okay, then he asked me what are embedded systems. He asked me what is a blockchain, and he really wanted to discuss about the cryptocurrency things, and because it was a hot topic back then when my interview was going on. Okay, then he asked me, like, I do not have any hardware background. I have always worked in software technologies. So he asked me, like, if we ask you to work in hardware, are you willing to do so even though it's not your domain? So I said yes. Obviously I would be needing some time to prepare, to learn, and to do my fair share of research. But yes, if the project is interesting and if it needs hardware, I would be willing to learn that too. Okay, so he was satisfied with the answers and he gave the control to the HR guy. The HR interview, it's a mere formality. They ask 2 to 3 basic questions from every candidate. The questions do not change. So first of all, he asked me that, am I willing to relocate? I said yes. He said that, are you willing to work in night shifts? I said yes. Then he wanted to know like what all I knew about TCS. So it's a good advice for like all of you. If you go through the company's website, if you gather some basic information about the company, like who is their current CEO and which year they were founded and which countries they're located in, what their clients do, just basic information like that. And if by suppose the interviewer asks that and you know it, it really creates a good impact. It shows that you know the company well and you are willing to join the company because you have done a fair share of research on them. So yes, I gave my answers to that. He then randomly asked me if I learned something new that day. So I just shared some random things that I knew. Then came the classic question that comes in every interview, is that any questions that you want to ask. Again, advice, always and always ask something about the company or something related to the profile. It shows that you are interested. It's a bad practice if you say that no, I don't have any questions. Always ask something. So I asked like about the working environment. To this, the HR was very happy and he replied to it very enthusiastically. So after this, my interview ended. The results came after I think 1 or 2 weeks, and the verdict was that I got selected for the TCS Digital. So yes, this is how my interview went on. As for the pro tips that I would give for this company is that focus on your projects and focus, gathering some information about any advanced technology. Just, you should have a brief knowledge about all of it, even if you don't work in it, just know it. So thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped you, and if you liked it, you can please share and subscribe to my channel. It's pretty new. And if you have any questions, you can always comment down below. I'll be happy to reply. If you want the solution